Aliens, whether directed by James Cameron, turned into monkeys when they mush on the ground too hard, or dumpy-loving turds with elongated flashlight fingers, they don't belong here, is what a xenophobic dickling would say because, as a nerd-ass poet in a fedora once wrote, and doubled down in reassurance by a chunky pug at the MIB, immigrants, they get the job done. So, to the galaxy listening, we welcome all, from mommy-needing Martians, sexually ambiguous gemstones, bashful Furbies who get around on spring-loaded legs like an experimental Beyblade created by a laptop's boyfriend, and, especially anti-fascist satanic war heroes who just need to learn what love is and see some hunky boys. So calling occupants of interplanetary craft, let me welcome you in and let you know that my name is James.
I'm Nicole.
And this is Mostly Speaking Sentai.
He fights for justice, redemption, and love. He will not stop till he bathes in their blood.
Yes, guys, it is a late night record. I think possibly the latest night, maybe tied with the one 2 years ago that we did with Dan from Power Playthrough. But guys, oh my God, is it a snowy winterland outside, just ready to get pissed on? And speaking of piss, my co-host is obsessed with this shit. Not shit, piss. My queen, my betrothed, my bride to never be, Nicole Jacobs.
What?
I'm introducing you.
I'm the heckin' best. Yeah.
There we go. Oh, and speaking of heckin' bests, we have a lot to talk about today, so I just want to get right into our heckin' best of a guest. You know them from I'll Get There, a defunct podcast that maybe we might be resurrecting in some form or another, but hey, only the future will tell. But won't you tell who us you are, guest?
Oh. Hey, it's Monse back again.
Yeah.
What up?
Monse, how have you been these days?
Stressed, quarantined, just vibing.
Okay, so nothing has changed since we last spoke. Now, how was your
Literally
Christmas?
nothing. It was chill. I've been trying drugs, so that's been cool.
Hell yeah. What drugs?
About the only thing that's changed. I really like mushrooms.
Ooh, you microdosing?
I tried. Wasn't very good at it.
Okay.
But
because you kept macro dosing.
right. No. I should probably stop talking now.
Okay, all right.
FBI, none of this is true. I hate drugs.
Well, you're calling in from Seattle, right? Portland?
Correct.
One of the two, whichever one it's legal there.
I think it's Oregon.
Oh, yes.
I'm in Oakland, California, where it is legal.
And also Colorado. You're in all three. You're pinging from left to right using a VPN.
I'm where it's legal.
I'm friggin' chainsawing through seals where it's legal right now. The seven seals, that is. I'm bringing on the apocalypse. What's up?
I've read, this is disturbing, speaking of seals, I read that sea otters kill their animals for fun.
Oh, they're like us.
They're like cats.
Yeah.
Sea otters,
Yeah,
they're like us.
Violent.
Yeah, sea otters
don't
are just water cats.
I want a sea otter.
They just kill things for fun. And I was just I read it. I was reading about seals. And then I read about sea otters and I was like, oh my God, this is messed up. Really like them. Not anymore.
I thought you were going to say I was reading about seals, then found out how gangs of sea otters will just murder a single seal.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. It's possible.
That'd be fucked. What kind of animals are sea otters killing?
Other sea otters, when they're eating. I read about sea otter necrophilia.
Ew. And
yeah.
And people think
exactly.
I'm the weird one in the group.
Hey. Hello. Yeah, it was fucked up. I was reading and I did not know what I was walking into. And it was sea otter killed its mate. and then had sex with it. And I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, definitely closed out that tab shortly after that.
That's me every single time I read up about a Serbian film. No one listening to this, Google it. It's a really fucked up movie.
I've never watched it. I've heard that it's super fucked up.
I have only heard of it, and it's even hard to find stuff on, like, YouTubers will do retrospectives and reviews of movies, but this one, they're like, there's no reason for us to do this because it will instantly get demonetized. So
Yeah.
yeah. It's messed up, guys. Don't look at it. But you have now come on here, Monse. Within the first 5 minutes, you said you do mushrooms, and then you're reading up about sealand creatures having sex with the dead.
I'm a normal person, I swear. I'm not doing mushrooms all the time. I just tried them, and they were good.
That's the same with me. I
tried them?
I did edibles. Like, I'm trying those out.
Oh, I know a girl that delivers. If you
Is it the same person who we got them from last time? That first time you?
No.
Okay.
No. Oh my God, I forgot about that. No, this is a different girl. She's on Instagram and really good brownies.
Nice.
All right. I see. I like just a little bit of chocolate because I don't want to eat a whole brownie because then I'll feel bloated and fat.
Yeah, I did that one time. It was 50 milligrams and I ate half of it. And I sat there for an hour and I was like, this isn't working. I'm going to eat the other half. I did. And then I was stoned for like 20 hours. And it was an awful time. Like, it was a good time, but it was an awful time. Doesn't mix well with anxiety. Don't recommend it. So if you do happen to get something from this person, don't eat the whole thing.
Oh, I've been doing like quarters of portions of just be like, hey, I want to get a nice body high while I watch a Disney movie and call it good.
Okay.
Nicole drinks a bunch now.
No, I don't.
She's like, yeah, water.
Yeah, you do. Actually, you should probably be drinking more water, Nicole.
More?
Yeah, because you barely piss.
Oh,
Hey, do you hate peeing too? Because I hate it.
I don't care.
Oh, I'm like, oh, here I go again. Yeah, I like. It's such a task. So weird.
I mean, I don't like doing. I mean, on this show, if we were on Engage with Nicolas Cage, I would say like I don't like pooping because
You just said it.
yes, but I don't do that. It's canon on this show that I don't have a butthole even. So
Oh.
Your reaction.
there's a Carlos Mencia joke, or it's someone else's joke, who knows,
Okay.
about him. He's like, oh, science has come so far to like put a man on the moon, but you can't give us a pill that makes us just like poop one capsule out a day, which that would be amazing. I really want a bidet. That's what I mostly need. Because most of my time, if we were on Engage with Nicolas Cage, I would say is the like cleanup, because at an early age I had butt hair and people would always say, because I would show people my hairy ass at school, they would be like, you got dingleberries. And I was like, no, I don't. I take care of myself down there. So if I did that, it would be like me ripping hairs out. No, not that. Ripping hairs out. Making sure I don't have dingleberries. Like keep going over it and being like, is it clean yet? And it's like, yeah.
You gotta baby wipe that bitch.
I know, but I'm poor, so I can't constantly. But what I do is I wet the towel.
But I do.
Oh, yes. If we were on that show, I would
We're not.
put warm water right next to I'm right next to the faucet, use that, and call it good.
I was gonna say, are you doing a tutorial right now?
Am I doing it to what? Oh, a tutorial. I thought you were saying it to Toriel, the Undertale lady.
That's not a word.
I mean, that's why that's her name.
Well, oh my God, you are so fucking right, Nicole.
Yes.
Oh man, I thought it's because she loved putting children in bathtubs and putting rocks on them and saying, "Sleep well, my child."
Sorry to tell you, but it's not.
That's a great joke.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that game.
That's
All right, I
fine.
got us way off track as usual.
Hey, that's fine. But I do want to say one thing about our new cat socks. I mean, Nicole's new cat socks. I feel bad for Socks because he is an extremely skittish cat, and I am someone who like does bursts of rage and manicism to just get that out of me. Like it vibrates my bones sometimes, and then I just have to like get it out.
Yeah.
And he is scared.
He also likes to just scare the shit out of me, though.
Whoa. Now you got two of us in the house doing
Great.
that.
Love
Wait,
it.
how?
He'll hide somewhere and then just like dart out at me like really fast.
Oh, I mean, that sounds scary, but it's cute because it's a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if it were an elephant, though?
Still
be fast?
scary.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, even more terrifying.
but would it be cute?
No.
It's a baby elephant.
Yeah.
What about a baby shark? Do.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, definitely.
Okay. I'm trying to find one that is also not. I'm trying to find one that wouldn't be scary. An inchworm, but it's still going the same speed as Socks.
What?
Yeah.
I don't even think you would be scared of it because you wouldn't even see it.
It's me behind a corner, and as you're walking past, I throw an inchworm at you.
I would be scared.
Okay. I do the same thing, but like an octopus right at your face.
Still scared.
All right. Well, we figured it out, guys. That's what you come to this show for.
Yeah.
I
That I-
missed it. It disappeared for like 30
Disconnected.
seconds just
Oh.
now. Yeah.
Well, it's
What
fine.
did I miss? Something about an inchworm.
Oh,
and
yes.
then it
and-
was like, goodbye.
It's, hey, re-listen to the episode at like 15 minutes, and you'll be like, hell yeah.
Done. I'm like, okay.
But speaking of this episode, guys, you see it in the episode title and whatever funny thing we said. We're doing things a little different today. We're not reviewing Super Sentai. We're not doing some Godzilla movie. No, we are doing 2021's brand new movie by, I think this is an Astron 6, but it is a Steve Kostansky, I believe I'm saying his name properly. He directed The Void. That's how we first were introduced to him. Then Manborg, Father's Day, BioCop, which we'll talk about BioCop a little bit later. We are doing Psycho Goreman, aka PG for short. And I am so glad we did this movie. Anyone want to give a quick synopsis, a 3-sentence synopsis?
Okay, 2 kids find some sort of gemstone that they dug out, and that resurrects Psycho Goreman, who is a I don't know, demon or I don't know, some
An alien, right?
scary guy
That's how
from
I
another
thought.
planet. And he has to do whatever the person who has the gem, he has to do whatever they say, and the girl has it, and she's a maniac. And it's hilarious.
Exactly. And then people are coming from, like, the people who
You
locked
said
him up.
3 sentences.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
it.
That's all right. Then let's just get into it because
Bye.
I'm excited about talking about this movie. Monse, initial thoughts on it.
As usual, didn't know what I was walking into.
I sent
Didn't
you the
read anything
trailer.
about it. Did you?
Yeah.
I was probably stoned when I watched it.
Oh, well, no. Well, also, maybe you were stoned when you said, I'll do this podcast, because when I asked, like, hey, do you guys want to do this Psycho Goreman? The trailer was a part of that when you said, yeah, I'll do this. So I assumed you watched the trailer.
I was definitely drunk.
Okay.
But I was like, I'm in. I'm going to do it. I'm going to watch it. At least I
Classic.
committed. Yeah.
The last time people heard you, like during the I'll Get There days, super sad, very depressed. Now you're coming back. You're a fun-loving stoner.
Addict.
Yeah.
Just an alcoholic now. No, I'm totally not. I think I did have like 1 or 2 drinks that night. So I was like, James wants someone to be on his podcast. Fuck yeah, I'm in. Yeah.
Oh,
But no, I did not watch the trailer. I think I like doing that best
Yeah.
because then it's just like you're in there.
Yeah.
No expectations. You're like, I can't leave. Like, I'm in. I'm gonna watch it all the way through. So, initial thoughts. I really like the costumes. I know this isn't part of like the plot or anything, but I thought the costumes were really cool. Also, like how strong like the girl's character was. Like,
Yeah.
I usually hate edgy children. I just, you know, but she pulled it off well, and
Yeah.
I respect that. So, overall, I thought it was worth a watch.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. Definitely funny.
Yes. Nicole, thoughts?
Dope practical effects, a great plot, and they did a good job with it. Like, it easily could have just been really bad and corny. And I don't know, I would watch it again for sure. I am slightly obsessed with the song that they have in the movie.
I'm the heckin' best.
Yeah.
Yeah. My thoughts, I found this from us trying to find a horror tokusatsu probably like 2 years ago for Halloween. Someone recommended this. Thank you for recommending it, but it wasn't out to view for another 2 years. So I've been anticipating this for that long, and we knew it was coming out. So I wanted to look at some of the director's other stuff, which The Void, we talked about it, I think before, or maybe it was a live stream that we talked about it. Highly recommend that one. It's like The Thing, The Mist, and Hellraiser mixed together. It's very good. Then I watched Manborg, which I think was his first movie, and is, for a first movie, that is ambitious. Lots of like green screen special effects and wonkiness. I really like this person's work. He's also done special effects work in all these other movies like Silent Hills, I believe Resident Evils. He did makeup stuff on Suicide Squad. He's a great special effects person. So he brought that in like tenfold into this movie, and it's fucking dope.
Yeah, it
Hell
is.
yeah.
All right, let's get into notes. So I love how the pacing of this movie. It starts out, we are quickly established to the dynamic of the brother and sister who are Mimi and Luke. And they start out playing this game called Crazy Ball. It's throughout the entire movie. I enjoyed it. I had a thing called James Ball when I was growing up where I would play it, an exercise ball. And it's pretty much handball, but with an exercise ball that I would slap up against my basement wall. But that was by myself, not with other people.
Yeah.
Dakota Rust and I did play it for a very long time, the one time he came over. That's
Yeah.
the first and I think only person I ever introduced the game to. I was nervous people would make fun of me. So you get that feeling, and you get the dynamic when they say, winner is the champion of the universe, and loser gets buried alive. And when Luke loses, it smash cuts to nighttime, and Mimi is just saying, hey, dig faster so I can bury you. And it's fucking great.
Yeah, their acting is really good. Like, if the kids were bad actors, it would have just like ruined this whole movie. But they're fantastic.
Mimi's got Corwyn energy.
Okay.
That's a note I wrote down.
She does. Oh my god.
Like the bye. And then being so mean to kind of a brother is like a co-host, and I am his co-host.
Sure.
He said he would
but like
break
Corwyn
me.
can pull off being mean while like not being mean,
Yeah.
because you don't know if he's serious or not. Kind of like when you do it.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm usually because people would always say I throw shade like no other at work, and I was like, I don't understand what you guys are talking
You
about.
did.
I just roast. I like razz and roast, but I guess that's also throwing shade.
It is.
But I do it in a fun way, like a nice, heartwarming way.
Same.
But no, throwing shade could be mean towards people, but roasting and razzing, that's from a place of heart.
Uh-huh.
Guys, so in this, they they control this alien that does whatever they want. and will like is this murderous rampaging thing. If when you were this age, you had your own Psycho Goreman, what would you do with him?
Who goes first?
Whoever.
He's looking at you.
Okay.
I'm also looking at you.
Yeah, I was just like,
I can go first if you're thinking about it. I would probably make him get me things or like scare the shit out of people for me because I would think it was funny. So like Ding Dong Ditch with an alien. Like, can you imagine that shit? That would be so fucking funny.
Ding Dong Scare, he doesn't ditch.
Yeah. Well, he wouldn't ditch. He'd stand there and own it. Or like...
Wait, so you're just having him just have people answer the door for him. There's no Ding Dong Ditch element to it whatsoever.
Well, they would see him. Like, I can also see him hiding behind a bush, like waiting for them to open the door. Like, wouldn't that be even scarier?
Yeah, but now you're just detailing a crime right now because if they see that they could have a heart attack.
Fucking alien, James.
Yeah, but he could induce a heart attack in these people, and that is manslaughter.
They'll be fine. Anyway, yeah, that's probably what I do. I just fuck with people.
Nicole?
Are you saying like taking out the fact that I would be terrified?
Yeah, you would get
be
cool
scared.
to them because you're in control. Kind of like if a gun is pointed at you, you're terrified, but if you're pointing a gun at someone, you're cool.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of like what things I did at that age. And things that are like Crazy Ball, which I guess would just be like running through sprinklers, jumping on the trampoline with soap on it because you go real high and it's real slippy.
With your alien friend?
Yeah.
He'd double bounce you, so you just
I guess he would
skyrocket.
just be my friend. I wouldn't make him do things. We would just be friends.
Oh, so sad.
That would be so good if you did all that stuff and you were like, that's my imaginary friend, PG.
And then everyone's like, that's not imaginary.
That's not imaginary.
Jesus Christ.
Like, Nicole, what is that?
Who is that? Why is that?
I mean, that's
seriously.
basically what you guys said. Well, James didn't say, but what Monse said and what he does in the movie.
It's good. That makes it so much better.
Yeah.
So I guess with that logic, originally I was going to say he would steal Pokemon cards for me because he'd just go into a mire and walk out with boxes and boxes of them or wait for them to like get loaded, offloaded onto a truck, and he could just steal the entire truck. Holy shit. But with that logic, he would probably like help me sharpen swords and hop fences.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he could lift me over fences.
Scooby-Doo style.
Yeah. Oh man, I want a Psycho Goreman. I also wrote down that in hindsight, I would have had him murder the me.
Yeah.
That's all getting bleeped out, but people are familiar who
Okay.
might know
Okay.
that happened. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
It all comes back to that, Nicole. When blood is just pouring out of my wrist, just remember it all comes back to that. Because I slipped and
you
fell.
tripped.
Yeah, and I slipped on a dead pig and blood. The pig's blood is all coming off from my wrist. No, I'm kidding, guys. I'm talking about suicide.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's get to the next. No, the dad and mom are the best in this. They were introduced to them because the kids, after pulling off this gemstone, are asking them, Mom, Dad, are monsters real? And the dad says, well, you know, son, if you really look at it, humans are the real monsters. So, yeah, I guess monsters are real. And the mom goes, no, they're not. Don't listen to your dad's dumb advice.
That was probably my favorite line. I was laughing so hard.
And then, so when they dig this hole and find this gemstone, the brother says, "Is this grandma's grave? Is this where we buried her?" And the sister's like, "No, shut up." And later on, they do Morse code in this movie, which I think is a great thing that like this entire family knows. And
yeah, it's kind of weird that they don't do that again.
Well, she does it at the end to say I love you, or I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But they're Morse coding, and the brother Morse codes, "Oh man, I think we awoke grandmother." And then Mimi responds with Nicole.
Something like, "I told you, grandma's in hell forever."
In Morse code, it was so good.
And she, when they find the gem in the ground, she just like pushes a bunch of buttons randomly, but like with so much confidence, and it unlocks on the first try. And it was so funny.
Then we're flash cut to Psycho Goreman is out and about, but we're introduced to this like gang of murder thieves who are like, "Oh man, why did you even grab this stuff?" They're stealing from this house, and they said, "Well, if it wasn't valuable, why is this old man putting up such a fight?" And they killed this old man and stole a framed picture of him and his wife. It was very sad. But then this is where Psycho Goreman, we are introduced to him. He rips off 2 of their heads clean, saying shit like Pinhead does. I loved his dialogue. It was great. And the head of the thieves is like, "I don't want to die." And Psycho Goreman says, "Then live forever."
Yeah, that's so badass.
And he turns him into like this, I guess, living art piece because of something that happens later, that it's just him looking up with his eyes constantly going, like rolling around back and forth and gargling. It's fucked up, but so cool.
Yeah.
I agree.
Oh, the parents, they find the hole.
Oh, yeah.
So it's the next morning, and they see that they dug a big ass hole. And the dad's like, "Congrats on the hole, son." But he's like, "But also we're very upset and you have to fill this."
And then we're introduced to his weak little wrists.
Yeah, the dad.
Yeah.
I love the dad.
He tries to dig a hole, and then immediately he's like, "Oh, my hand, it hurts so much. Don't even look at it. It hurts so much." Then they're walking to school, and Luke is like, "We should go to the cops." And Mimi goes, "No, I don't trust cops, not one bit." And we're introduced to Alistair, which this character, hell yeah, gets going shortly. But Mimi's clearly has the hots for him because she says, "Hey, cutie, that's a nice outfit. How about you turn around and give us a show?" And he goes,
"What the fuck?"
He goes, "No, thank you." And then the bell rings, and then she goes, "Oh, shit." And then like grabs Luke's math homework, throws it into like the forest, and then dashes into school.
That's some Monse energy.
No comment.
Like I guess it's like, hey, someone's more late than me, so they're going to be the ones who are in more trouble, but it's still just mean.
Yeah. It was funny.
They then go to this whatchamadoo, a factory that they say it's a shoe factory, and Luke is apprehensive of going in. They're trying to find Psycho Goreman the following night, and he's like, "I think it's haunted. I heard people died when this was a shoe factory." And Mimi goes, "No one ever died making shoes." And we start laughing. We're like, so many people in the Industrial Revolution died at textile and shoe factories.
It's so messed up. And they were probably kids, too.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Yeah. Just teen ghosts running around. God, I wish I were a teen ghost. That'd be cool. Just rocking out with a guitar because that's what teen ghosts do.
Sure. Before bed.
Huh?
Actually, they wouldn't be rocking out on a guitar. It'd be on a theremin going, wee.
Shut the fuck up. Are we at the part where she gives him a magazine?
No, not yet.
Okay,
So
yeah, that's my next note.
the next thing that I have, they meet Psycho Goreman and realize that she can control him. He also explains that to them. I guess because she commanded him to
Yeah.
explain.
Yeah.
And she says, oh, well, my first command is spin my brother around real fast, which is also very mean and fucked up. Spins him real fast. Then as like Psycho Goreman is still talking and Luke is
But like
dazed and
such
confused.
a on-spot sibling thing to do.
Yeah, just spin him real fast. And he's talking and saying, oh, I'll turn you into that man over there. And then Luke goes, whoa. And then like in a dazed slip hits this man. He falls back. His head just smashes. This is the guy that was like eyeball spinning up and down. And Psycho Goreman screams, no, he was my masterpiece. That was, I think, one of my favorite lines.
Yeah.
Because
Hell
it's not just this, he's not just a man who is a demon. Like, he is a man.
He cares
Yeah,
about things,
he-
even though they're fucked up.
Yeah. But now we're on to them coming back in and the magazines and stuff.
Coming back in.
Yeah, they left for the night. They told him to sit down. Then
Yeah,
the
yeah,
next
yeah.
morning they come in.
Yeah. Mimi brings him stuff to do, including a TV and a magazine, and he like is like, what the fuck is this? I don't want this magazine. And she's like, but there's hunky boys in it. And he goes, I don't like hunky boys. Or do I?
And it zooms in on the hunky boys. She also,
That's my favorite part.
I think she's like 10 or 11 years old. And she says, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, we brought you TV, some magazines. Sorry, couldn't get you any pornos. And it's like, why? Who is this child? He also says, I thought he said during this, saying that he was going to murder them, he's like, oh, I just won't kill you. I will suck on your endless stream. Which I rewatched this today for a second time watching, and I had subtitles on because Nicole was doing stuff, so it was down low. And it said, I will suck on your endless screams.
Yeah.
Oh.
Going off from the endless
what I got.
streams, what would you want an endless stream of? Like maybe a drinking fountain that just magically would spray stuff out.
Slushies.
Like
Oh.
physical things or like liquids?
A physical liquid, anything that could be like forced out of like a tube. So shoes probably not the best thing. Humans, you could.
I mean, you could.
if you pushed
but
them
you
in real
shouldn't.
hard, yeah. If you blended them real quick.
Slushy machine.
I was gonna say coffee, but I don't drink coffee anymore.
Whoa, you're too busy doing drugs.
Too busy boozing, am I right?
Wake and bake.
Can only have
baby.
2 vices. I'll say mine.
Okay, go.
I loved, even though I don't eat meat anymore, but I think if it's an
Wait.
endless stream, what's up?
You already have one, a bidet.
No, that's not an endless stream. This is
Yeah,
like of
it could be.
consumables. I would
Okay.
think like if this is an endless stream, an endless supply, I could technically eat meat stuff that comes out of it because it's not coming from an animal. It's just magically there.
Sure.
Campbell's vegetable beef stew is one of the greatest soups ever. Pour some red hot in there.
No.
Yes, it is. It's so good. I loved it.
Sicko.
What? Vegetable beef stew.
How old are you?
At MSS Pod. This is something I want an ad on. Even if you
Please
say
don't.
even if you say yes or you're on the coward side.
Oh my god.
Vegetable beef stew. That's what I would want an endless stream of.
But specifically Campbell's.
Yes. It's
No.
good.
He just wants like chunky, warm things coming out in his stream. Ick.
Bad choice.
I'm gonna go with tea, like green tea.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I like a cold brew green tea.
I mean, any green tea, really. It can be warm, it can be cold. It doesn't matter. I'll drink it.
What about room temp?
It doesn't matter. I drink it.
What's your thought on green tea ice cream?
Oh my God, it's delicious.
Yes.
Have you had it?
Yeah, I get it at George's all the time in Andersonville.
Ooh, yeah, delicious. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I wish I liked green tea, but I just don't.
Green
You
tea
haven't
mochi.
met the right one.
I guess not.
Guys, at MSS Pod, let us know. Are you with these two victors over here or a goddamn coward that Nicole is? I know, she's not saying it's disgusting. She just wishes she could have it. All right.
Wait, Nicole hasn't gone.
Oh, yeah, about the stream?
What?
Yeah.
You
Yeah, no,
didn't-
she said slushy.
Slushy.
Oh, yeah, you did. Okay, sorry.
You could mix alcohol in that shit and have a good time whenever
you're
you
a
want.
genius.
With or without the alcohol. I miss getting slushies though.
Go to 7-Eleven. Oh, wait,
Yeah,
they
I
don't
was gonna
have...
say.
No,
They don't.
I'm
It's not
pretty
open
sure
anymore.
they.
Yeah.
Oh, no
Yeah.
cups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
There's no that, no coffee, any like thing that can't be served behind. They might not even have hot foods anymore.
I don't
Wait,
know.
what about Burger King? Don't
That's-
they have...
Oh, you might be able to get one there.
Oh,
They have slushies
yes.
there.
Genius.
We are.
I wish we had a Taco Bell near us
I don't.
because you'd eat there all the time.
Yeah.
Shit.
I definitely have one in Logan.
Lucky ass.
Wait, me and Courtney are moving
Wait, to where?
downtown.
What? Wait, what? How can you
Legit,
afford
we're gonna,
it?
I don't know, man, but we're gonna live across the street from like Millennium Park.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
That's. Are you by the Bean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
where Millennium.
No, that's. Are you?
it's
Will you
in
be
Millennium
facing the
Park.
Bean?
I don't remember.
Because it gets hot as hell. If that starts shining into your apartment, you better have some blackout lights.
I didn't even think of that. No, we're
Curtains.
not directly facing it, but we're like near it. It's kind of crazy. It was unexpected, but
That's insane.
it's happening.
But no, Nicole, I was talking blackout lights. They're lights that you kind of like when two waveforms that are 90 degrees out of sync to each other, it cancels out the sound. They're, like dead spots in theaters. Well, this is light that will counteract specifically
Sure.
the light reflected off from the
Sure.
Bean in Chicago.
Right.
That's where we're going to get married
Got
and
it.
engaged.
At
Where
the
those two
Bean.
lights meet.
No, at the Bean.
Both.
Oh, we should go to the Bean right now. It must look beautiful that it's snowing.
It probably does.
I have the
Ooh,
ring
it
ready
does.
to go.
Oh my
I've
God.
seen it.
Yeah, well, you were apartment shopping. How?
It was weird. It was random.
How are? I would like more
like you
information.
have it picked out.
Well, there was a listing, right? And I was like, "Hey, Courtney, check this out." And then she was like, "Should I call?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not? Whatever." Just because of the pandemic, stuff's like pretty cheap right now, so it's technically within our price range.
Dang.
So then the lady called her back, and she was like, "If you guys want to come and like look at them, come on by." So we're like, "All right." So we went, and then we got a really good deal for like an extended lease.
Hell yeah.
And they're like brand new apartments too. We're gonna be like the first
Whoa.
people living in it. It's crazy. I was just like, how is this real? Like, is this happening? Yeah. So we signed the lease. We got approved. Well, we got approved and then we signed the lease. So April 1st.
Hell yeah. Oh no, they're
Nice.
April fooling you, dude.
That's it's funny. You're not the first person that
God
said that.
damn it.
It's so funny. Like, what if you show up and they're like, jokes? It's not actually yours.
And then they show you an even bigger apartment and you sit and they say this one's actually yours.
I know. It does sound fake because you know what's funny? The way the apartment is set up, like if you cut it down the middle, it's exactly the same on both sides. Like we each have a bathroom and our bedroom is the exact same size.
Did you guys get rich since the last time we hung out?
No, shit's just cheap right
Dang.
now.
I think I'm glad we didn't go with what our management company was saying to go with at the time.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at stuff that is newly listed.
Yeah.
Places as big as us in
Yeah.
like Roscoe Village,
Yeah.
which is very close to Chicago
Yeah.
Comics.
I don't want
Like,
to live over there.
But it's more like towards like the Paulina stop.
okay.
It's like for $10.50 a month, the same size as this apartment. 1 bedroom, huge living room.
Fuck yeah, baby.
So I'm glad we're waiting. They were also trying to like show off of like, oh yeah, like rents could be going up. In my mind, I was like, hell no. There was already a mass exodus out of Chicago the past like 5 years. And during COVID, even more people have left. So
yeah, everyone's gone.
Yes.
Like that's how we got that apartment so cheap. Because I threw the idea out there. We wanted to go back to Wicker. And I was like, maybe we should look downtown. I was like, everything's really cheap right now. And she was like, hell yeah, it's a great idea. So yeah, we got super lucky.
only rich people and grifters will ever say that is let's look downtown.
Yeah, I'm just like, why do you want to live downtown? Seems
It's just a thing, you know?
like
I
it
feel
seems fun for like a little bit, and then I would just hate everything.
Well, I think it's cool because, like, I just wanted to do it just once.
Yeah.
And Courtney, too. She's like, I've always had this, like, thought that I wanted to live right downtown in, like, a tall building with, like, an elevator and a doorman and shit. And I was like, oh, my God, me too. So we're going to do that. And
Okay, hell yeah.
see where we go. Yeah.
There are 2 areas in Chicago that I want to live in. The first one is our street that we're currently on, or no, Sunnyside. If you keep going west, it becomes like a Michigan suburb, just in the middle of the city. It's weird. I guess more like a Detroit suburb. That's more of the vibes I get from it.
Sure.
But I would love to bring you over there sometime. And then if you go all the way up Damon, how I describe it is like an industrial / cemetery district. But during the summertime, it's very cool. There's a lot of tree shade. However, there's a lot of cemeteries and a lot of industry fields, more like it. It's nice, though.
Weird.
It's one of those cemeteries I got lost by 2 summers ago.
Oh, okay.
I went to a cemetery maybe like 2-3 months ago, and I hung out with this guy, and we were like walking around the cemetery at like 1 a.m. And then we went up this random street. We were stoned too, which just made this weirder. So we go up this random street.
Always high.
And so we go up this random street, right? And we're like walking around, and then there's a fucking statue of a tiger. Like, I shit you not, like a life-size tiger in the middle of this like random suburb. And I was just like, that's not real. Like, that's not fucking real. There's no way. But it was. I didn't take a picture of it, which I regret now because it sounds completely fucking fake. But shit's fucking weird, man.
I thought you were going to say, as you're walking up to it saying, this isn't real, you get all, like, you touch it and you're like, this isn't real. Then as you're
It's a fucking
climbing,
tiger.
no, as you're climbing up on the statue and you're saying to ride it, you're like, this isn't real.
Oh my God, I should have.
Yeah.
It was like, I think it was like 2 tigers entangled, kind of.
What?
It was fucking weird. I was really stoned and it was really late, but it was there.
I believe you.
It was great.
But this
I
wasn't
should
in
try
the
to get a
cemetery.
picture. No, this was a few blocks away.
Okay. Like the neck cutter.
The cemetery wasn't that scary. I thought I'd be like creeped out, but I wasn't.
Was this like a date you went on?
No, it was like a hangout.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because if it was a date, I would have said, see, Nicole, first dates can be at cemeteries.
No, that's
It was not.
scary.
We gotta start going through some stuff. We meet
Yeah,
the Gygax court, which is like the Templar and stuff. The costumes are so rad in here. You guys, you gotta check this out. That's all I'm gonna say on that right now.
Yes, the costumes are fucking rad, especially if
so
you
good.
like tokusatsu and in Power Rangers and Super Sentai, you will love it.
Yes, we should have said that up front. This is a horror tokusatsu. I guess I sort of alluded to it of saying we wanted a horror tokusatsu when someone recommended this, but that's why we watched this. It has like very big Power Rangers vibes.
In like an hour into it, you're saying this.
It also has, what is it? Like Star Kid, I think it is, where a kid like finds a alien that is like a mech that he can go inside of.
I think you mean The Last Mimsy.
Oh, I don't know The Last Mimsy. I only know that because it's referencing an MC Chris skit of someone saying, my zombie apocalypse name is the First Mimsy.
Anyway, keep going.
Oh, me. The miniature, so PG is explaining his backstory, and it's flashbacks to him as a slave and these Templars who are like these beacons of heaven. They're angel looking. And he's detailing this, and there's miniatures showing these huge like pyramids and stuff that these slaves are having to make for these Templars. And he's like, I found this gem, and that allowed me to destroy their empire and all light in the galaxy. And I'm like, holy shit, he's Antifa. He says, fuck the fascists, I'm gonna take them down.
Oh yeah. Fuck the cops.
And then he adds the Paladins of Sidians, I think is his group. So then flash forward, they're hanging out. Mimi can't find anyone to hang out with because Alistair doesn't want to. Luke doesn't want to get basketballs thrown at him. So they're playing video games, Alistair and Luke. And Alistair is like, oh yeah, Todd made a bag of all his pubes and sold them to Mason. And Luke goes, what would you do with a bag of pubes? I guess like put them on yourself so you can like show someone and be like, yeah, I have pubes too. That's some shit boys would do.
Boys are weird.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, my next note goes to Mimi wanting PG to make Alistair fall in love with her.
Oh yeah, and that's where we can go to. And Psycho Goreman says, oh, I can help you. I once helped such and such seduce the princess of the moon. Because
he was like, you don't even understand how amazing my powers are. You're not using this gem right. Like, ask me to do something cool. So then she says that she really likes Alistair. And Psycho Goreman turns Alistair into just a giant brain with eyeballs and tentacles.
And spoiler alert, guys, he does not get fixed.
No one is like appalled by this at all. They're just like, yeah, this is a thing now. And no one tries to turn him back. He just is that now forever.
The final scene after everything's been resolved is someone looking at the TV showing like Psycho Goreman what he's up to. And then they turn off the TV and say, Alistair, dinner's ready. And the final scene is just Alistair going to his family dinner table and trying to eat with his tentacles.
Which I love, because without that scene, you would just be like, well, what happened to Alistair? That story never got wrapped up. But with that scene, you're just like, oh, okay, this is just how it is now.
I'd like if the second movie is Psycho Goreman 2, fixing Alistair, or Alistair's quest, and it's them having to go to a different planet to fix Alistair.
Oh my god, that would be so good.
But then
totally watch that.
Then it's a Shrek twist. They realize this is what he truly is.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Then Mimi tries to teach PG how to play Crazy Ball until some cops show up.
And during this scene, just some crazy shit happens. Both the cops try to shoot them, and then he grabs a cop's gun and starts like melting and like putting tentacles into this cop, and he's screaming, and then his face starts melting and he becomes this like face melted cop zombie, which I said I would bring it up earlier. At the end of Manborg, one of this director's first movies, there's a fake trailer, like a internet short thing called BioCop. And that is so heavily influenced this scene because this cop just wants to die. He's shooting his own neck, trying to put himself out of his own misery, but it is not working. I highly suggest, even if you don't want to watch Manborg, fast forward to the end, watch BioCop.
He gives Mimi a heart that's folded in half. She opens it up and it says, "Please kill me." And she's so pissed that it's not a love letter to her. She just throws it on the ground and then he tries to kill himself.
This movie's great. Oh man, let's we then also find out that to be eaten is considered a warrior's death. And what's the most honorable way to die for you guys? Like, what would be like, oh, I'm glad I died this way? Mine's fighting in Bernie's socialist army, motherfuckers.
Oh my God, shut up.
You don't have to answer that.
Like, wait, you don't? Now I'm thinking about it.
Okay, go for it.
Oh.
Like Elvis taking a dump.
Doing too much drugs and taking a dump.
No, Monse, no. Quit doing drugs. You're going to die on the shitter. No.
So good.
Yeah, she's like, good. That's what I want.
I'll just have a bidet.
We'll have a double funeral. It'll be you who died on the toilet and me who died in Bernie's socialist army.
Deal.
Trying to take down fascist motherfuckers like Psycho Goreman, except I don't have powers except the power to be sad.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, they're walking in the woods and the cop gives her the heart. And that's when PG's paladins show up and he thinks they're on his side, tells him to kill the kids, but they actually want to kill Psycho Goreman because things are going pretty well for them. So Psycho Goreman is like, you guys need to help me. And the kids are like, no, fuck you. You told them to kill us.
So they're kicking his ass. And the designs of each one are fantastic. But the best one is just a human-sized bucket of human chum. And it's a huge mecha that I guess their life force is this blood and guts inside of it. And his weapon is just spraying gallons of blood onto Psycho Goreman. And it's during like this epic scene, music is going, and I really like that to show like the juxtaposition of like this isn't actually an epic fight that's going on, is they cut out the music and then he's just spraying blood on Psycho Goreman and he's like, no, stop it, get it away. And then Luke goes, how long is this gonna go on for?
Then of course Psycho Goreman, Mimi makes him apologize and then commands him to kill them. He kills everyone. This is when he gives the warrior's death of eating someone, and the practical effects on this is so awesome.
It's fantastic. His entire mouth opens the Thing style and just eats
like a snake.
Yeah, and eats this dude and then just starts like wet heaving blood.
It's so disgusting.
It's great. There is one thing we didn't touch on. Luke is sleeping and breaks through the dream barrier into the nightmare realm, which is PG's like bread and butter. And he's trying to get him to double cross Mimi. It doesn't work. It's a great, funny scene. But what's your guys' nightmare realm?
It's, what did I say? Working at Burger King with Love Shack playing on repeat.
Oh my God.
I've thought about this a lot.
When I was working at Goodwill Radio broke, which is what we used. Like that was our radio that would play music through every Goodwill. And the one at our store broke. So we had to listen to Christmas music from December until like May. It was fucking awful. So definitely lived your nightmare. Mine would be probably standing in line at the DMV. Like I want to get out. Like, I don't want to be there.
Mine, I think, would like just being thrown and stranded in like a warm mayonnaise ocean.
Ew.
Yeah, that probably, and that maybe there's a desert island, but on the desert island, it's just covered in spiders. So I'm like, no, I'll just tread mayonnaise out here. That might be the episode title, Tread Mayonnaise.
That's when you're like, fuck it. And you go to the spider island and you kill a spider. You use its body as a raft and its legs as paddles to get the
Wouldn't you
fuck
throw
out
mayonnaise
of there.
at the spiders to stop them?
I was thinking the sun's hot. Mayonnaise, I could deep fry the spiders and just eat them.
Ew.
You could. Protein.
Yeah. Mayonnaise is also mainly just protein, right? It's lard and egg whites.
I don't know.
It's got to have protein. Oh, but your skin would be so disgusting. Ugh. Oh, my skin's crawling. I just started thinking about it.
Eating mayo spiders.
No, not that part. Just swimming in the mayonnaise.
Both.
And then Nicole's nowhere to be seen. That's my worst nightmare realm.
Oh.
Boo.
No, Nicole's nightmare is me proposing and her saying yes.
Nicole's nightmare is the bean.
One day I'll say, hey, real quick, we got to go over to Courtney and Monse's. And then you'll be
I
like,
was going to say, this was me moving is all a plot to get James to propose to you
hell
at the
yeah.
bean.
I won't have a ring, though. It'll be symbolic.
But it'll be on April Fool's, so you'll be like, psych! Or I'll be like, psych!
And I'll say, no! As your mom and Brian walk out from behind the bean. And you're like, oh, wait, no, this is not an April Fool's. And then I go, I fooled you. It is.
Double pranked.
What's the next one I have?
I just thought of James saying doo-doo.
You're a child. I'm flash forwarding. The main Templar, she comes in a human body because she found, like, she teleported a human, then cubed the human, like literally put them in a cube, smashed it down till they were just a blood cube. And then, which are real things. You can get blood cubes.
But like at that moment, you're like, oh yeah, these are definitely bad guys.
But she came back as a human, and then they run Mimi, PG, and the dad in a very hilarious like back and forth because the mom thinks the dad is lazy. The dad is PG says, oh, in order to heal me because he got mortally wounded in battle, he needs the gem to like go inside of him to cure him. And she's like, this seems suspicious, Mimi is thinking. And then the dad says, hey, PG, is it okay if I have a father-daughter talk? He says, hey, you know, like when I was a kid, there was this guy in a van said, hey, do you want to come in and see my pristine baseball card collection? And so I went in there, and you want to know what happened? I saw the greatest baseball card collection I have ever seen. So I put my faith in that weird, creepy grown man back in the day. So maybe you need to put some faith in your murder monster. So then she's like, yeah, man. Oh, and that she goes to like pray to Jesus, but only to figure out what sunglasses to wear. And then she says, hey, there's a new god in town and it's Psycho Goreman. Picks up this crucifix, breaks it on her
That's
knee.
too far.
And
It
then
was crazy.
puts on the sunglasses, leaves, and then they have an epic battle between the Templar, Luke, and the mom, who is now also an honorary Templar, and the dad, Mimi, and Psycho Goreman. Nicole called it. It is Crazy Ball.
Crazy ball.
Because the Templars have some like battle rule where a vanquished foe can challenge them as like a final battle. And she's like, well, you can't beat me anyway. You're too wounded. And then he says, Crazy Ball, bitch. And then I guess like my last note was throughout this movie, we see that Mimi has like a chewed up gum ball, like a bunch of chewed gum mashed together into a ball covered in knives, needles, and googly eyes. And she almost murders her brother with it.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucked. And then in the final battle, the Templar says, you won't be able to beat me and my sword. You have nothing. And then he goes, then I'll have to make my own. And then just runs up to her and starts like pulling out her bones and makes a sword out of it. And then battles and vanquishes her with her own bones.
Yeah, it's pretty gross and hilarious.
It's dope. Oh, and then he got really pissed at her because he looks over and magazines are scratched up and he screams, not my hunky boys, and then stabs her, and that's what gets him the victory. And then finally, they're trying to stay with like the 90s theme of this, and the final credits is a hip hop theme song recapping the
You're
movie.
going way too far forward. You're skipping over the Frig Off song.
Okay, go for it.
I just wanted to bring up the Frig Off song because it's the best fucking song. She says, I'm the heckin' best. Frig off, frig you. No one tells me what to do. And I was like, that's my shit.
Nicole energy.
So, of course, I'm going to be saying that all the time now.
You're not my boss, so frig off. Monse, you have any more notes?
No, I think I just like how sassy she was throughout the entire movie, Mimi.
Mm-hmm.
I also really like that Luke finally stood up for himself toward the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I understood the fact that Mimi was such like a strong character, but the fact that he was finally like, all right, like I don't care. Like, do whatever you want. I'm not gonna listen to you anymore. That's a guts. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all I got.
I think Mimi also said, I have to pick between evil and worse evil, meaning like, oh, literal evil, and then, this religious fascist government is the worse evil.
Yeah, which I really liked about this movie is that it wasn't like evil versus good. It was like evil versus worse evil. So it was really just like, what the fuck do you even do in this situation?
Seriously.
Yeah, I highly recommend this, guys. It's on Amazon and all those other places, Vudu, iTunes, but
It's on YouTube also.
Yeah, and at the end of the year closer to that, it will be exclusively, or not, I don't know if exclusively, it will be on Shudder because Shudder purchased the rights to the movie and it'll be on there. I'll be streaming it a bunch.
Sweet.
I hope it gets a physical release because I'll be scooping that up.
Yes. Okay, really quick, I have 3 notes. Blows kisses to each other. I love that. That was super cute. Mimi and PG.
Oh, yeah.
I wrote starts blowing shit up. I don't remember what even happened.
So Mimi makes a deal with Psycho Goreman to say, hey, if I give you this gem, will you leave my family be? And then he goes, yeah. And then the dad goes, wait, you didn't say the rest of the world. So when he's good, and I don't want to like give away like the ending stuff, but he does just start annihilating the earth.
And plan B is to kill themselves. the Templars.
Yeah, he just pulls out a gun.
I just remembered a scene with the dad where he's sorry, before I forget, he's holding the TV and he goes, "This TV sure is bleeding a lot." And I just lost
It's like,
it.
well, this won't stop bleeding.
Yeah. Sorry, continue, James.
Oh, that's it. Watch this movie. It's fucking
Hell
good.
yeah.
Even though we said
great.
some of the lines, our delivery isn't as great as professional actors, and the visuals of this are so fucking good. Like that nightmare scene, the set is great. It's him in in a bed in the middle of a red lit cemetery with zombies crawling out. It's fucking great, guys. 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, there were multiple moments where they could have just done CGI, but they did it with stop motion instead, and that was really cool.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Hell yeah.
Bells.
All right, Nicole, what you got to
Gaby.
plug?
Oh, gee. Y'all. Go to darlinghomebody.com for creepy cute stuff like pins and keychains and stickers and all the things. Darling Homebody on all the social media, or most of it. Patreon.com/darlinghomebody for a monthly sticker or magnet, and I'll draw your pet. Look it up. And I'm on Twitch now, so I'm doing all the goddamn things.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Just check out at least one of those. That'd
Hell
be
yeah.
dope.
Monse, you got anything to plug?
If anybody has a job, fuck me up.
Hell yeah.
Okay, and how would they do that?
Tell James.
Okay, cool.
Monse and I might have a podcast in
We might.
the near future. We're working on it. However, now in retrospect, she may have just agreed to it because she was stoned. Who knows?
No. I'm totally on board.
Okay, hell yeah. Be on the lookout for that. It will be, we're just going to call it the Marshland Media Podcast, a podcast where all of the co-hosts can kind of do whatever they want for short run podcasts. So this will be a somewhat mini series of a show, but go to Twitch, search Mostly Speaking Sentai, follow us there. Go to mlmpod.com to find out about my other podcasts such as This Movie's Gay, Hit It and Crit It, and What the Hell Mouth. Also download my rap music under Marshland Monster over on mlmpod.com. Or, oh my God, stream it wherever music is found. Go to patreon.com/MLMpod to support us the best way you can. And at the $5 and up tiers, you get exclusive friggin' podcasts such as Engage with Nicolas Cage, the Toku Reading Corner, the Podcast That Be, and Talking About Beyblade. And speaking of patrons, let's give a shout out to our $10 patrons, such as, or including, I don't know how, that was a bad transition. First up, we have Steve F., aka Hit People Guy, Eric Berry of Ranger Command Power Hour, who just celebrated their 7th year as a podcast. Hell yeah to them. Alex Z, aka The Waz, Orion, the rapper Defo, who is putting out an EP soon that he just has a few songs that he needs to send me to mix, and you can probably find that wherever music is found under Defo, D-F-O. Kayla, aka Two Grapes, Duo Grun Fox, that's 2 Fox for the price of Grun, Tyler Wright, and Elliot W. at Garlic Sunshine on Instagram. And give a big shout out to our proud podcast partnership with the Tokusatsu Network. Should have gave them a shout out when I was talking about how I would clean my butt if I dutied. Because usually we do that when we say something very obscene.
Oh, man.
That's it. That's all we got, baby.
Cool.
I've been James, I guess.
I'm Nicole.
I'm still Monse.
And we've been
Mostly Speaking Sentai.
Bye-bye.
I like how that's still a thing.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's still a thing. This has been a Marshland Media production, produced by James McCollum. For more content, please visit mlmpod.com. To support our network and have access to exclusive podcasts, head over to patreon.com/MLMpod and sign up today.
I'm wondering if I should be wearing headphones because I'm definitely not.
Wait, no, yes, please wear headphones.
Dang it, James.
Ooh.
Okay, let me grab some.
Okay.